Elona, I decided to venture in my research proposal to talk about the effects of teenage pregnancy to the socio-economical landscape, of South Africa. I think that is it's a very touchy-feely subject for me, because I know that it's an issue that is very prevalent, in our country.
Yeah.
And I do realize the fact that a lot of futures are cut short with women who are teenage mothers. Number one, because they stop believing in themselves. And number two, because the naysayers that you spoke about. I mean, once you become a teenage mom, people tell you that you'll never amount to anything and you're not actually getting anywhere and you're never gonna go anywhere. So as part of this research, then I was really, really quite moved because it meant that I needed to interact with these young women, because I do, a lot of, speaking engagements in schools as well. Okay. And so as part of that, I mean, I started speaking to these young women who are teenage, mothers, some of them pregnant, some of them not pregnant. And I got to hear their side of the story around how they're treated by society, around how they are rejected and they stigmatized, to say that that's it, they don't actually have a future. And it's quite painful for me because that is not true. So the fact that you gave birth as a teenager does not mean that, it is the end for you. And that's why then I decided to embark on this MBA to really just understand the influences around that, but most importantly, to encourage them and to show them that, you know what, young women, it is possible to cross that barrier. In actual fact, you have a greater responsibility now that you're a mother to make sure that you actually succeed. Not only for yourself, but for the child, that you've actually born into the world. So that social ill for me has brought me in such a deep connection with these young women that are really, really feeling vulnerable because of what society has dictated who they are, what they are, or what they can never become. And therefore, I've really made it my life's purpose to make sure that I actually talk to them and show them the way. I use myself as an example. I show them and I say to them, my childhood or my upbringing was never that rosy. I kind of map out to them and I say to them, but look at me. And I'm by no means of measure saying that I've arrived. But all I'm saying is that I fought for what I believe in. And that means that it says, what, I'm in a challenge, yes, whether you're a teenage mother or whatever social ill or wicked problem you may be facing. But you need to see beyond that somehow, and people around you may not necessarily see beyond that. But you've got a responsibility as a human being to see beyond that particular challenge, because you can't expect other people to see beyond that if you don't see, beyond.
If you don't see it, yes.
If you don't see it, you can't have an expectation that people will believe in your dream if you don't believe in your dream first. So I'm greatly touched, I think, by young women who've got a lot of potential in the various societies and communities in which we live in. They've got incredible dreams. But stuck in this notion that says, nope, I'll never go anywhere because I carry this load and I carry this burden. And I think it's our responsibility, the ones that who have really triumphed, so to say, across those challenges. It's our responsibility to make sure that we go back and sort of like sensitize and educate these young women, to say to them, actually, it's not the end. It's really not the end. You can still be any single thing that you want to be.